welcome my people to another edition of Arsenal Future Podcast. Here with yours truly, Chrissy. I want to say thank you so much for your views and no, we've not really had much in the way of subscribers, but people are telling me that they're watching the stream. So, of course, it takes a while to build this channel. Don't forget to hit a like on this video before you go out, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, if you never subscribed before. Of course, the likes helps with the algorithms, because of course YouTube loves when streams get liked, because it helps them push out and it helps with the algorithms of YouTube. So anyway, my people, I'm here to speak about, I'm going to make a couple of videos. This is what we're like 3 o'clock in the morning, and so we've got a lot to go through. But first of all, I want to talk about David Raya. David Raya is on the radar of Arsenal. We've been linked with him for about the last 7 days. The Brentford goalkeeper is 27 years of age. He's a Spanish international. He's only had a couple of caps for Spain, but he said he wants to break into the Spanish team first. He wants to be their number one, and of course he said he wants to join Arsenal. Brentford are up for letting him go. They've already lined up a goalkeeper as well, and Arsenal want him to actually come in and take the place, compete with Aaron Ramsdale. But it will cost us about £28 million. We've made a bid of £23 million so far. I think £23 million plus add-ons, but it's very, very close to Brentford's valuation of the player. Positive talks are continuing as it's reported in the press. So we just want to wait and see if Arsenal up their bid to get David Raya to the Emirates, and I'll welcome him. I think he's a slightly better goalkeeper than Aaron Ramsdale, and I think that will be a really good purchase by Arsenal. I didn't think we were finishing the transfer market. Let's hope that David Raya isn't the last signing, because I still think we need some more signings. It looks as though Mohamed Kudus is going to Brighton. I'm hearing that a £35 million bid has been accepted, I think, by Ajax, and so he could be on his way to Brighton. That was one we thought we were going to get over the line, but wasn't so. I don't think Arsenal, by the looks of it, I don't think Arsenal's interest is a concrete one, and so that might mean that Kudus goes to Brighton. But in 2 or 3 years' time, Brighton might not be challenging. They might be down in the mid-table, and he might want to play. He might want to play in the Champions League, and maybe then Arsenal might go back for him. But you know what's going to happen? Brighton are going to ask for at least twice their money back. They're going to want double what they paid for him, maybe even triple. So let's see. Maybe somebody might have emerged during that time who's not on the radar now, but down the line in 2 or 3 years' time. So we'll see what happens. We missed out on Diaby to Aston Villa. Now it looks as though we're going to miss out on Kudus to Brighton. So our options are running thin. So if we're going out to get somebody to foil, to deputise for Bukayo Saka on the right hand side. So let's see who we're going to go for now, but we run out of options. We also need a striker, so I think I'll cover that one now. I wanted us to keep Balogun so bad, but it looks as though Arteta doesn't favour him. It could be, I'm hearing a lot of things behind the scene that his attitude isn't very good, and some of the things I've read about him that he might have said and so on, he's going to be more professional than that. I don't know who's got around him advising him, but it seems though he has the wrong kind of people around him. And if he wants to, progress in the game of football, if he wants to make it big, and if he wants to have a good rep, and I do like a bit of an attitude, but not when it's done in the wrong way. Just wait your turn. You're a young player. You're just about to break through. Just be calm, be patient, and just wait and see what the outcome is. But it looks as though Inter Milan want to sign him. They're more or less the only club interested in Florian Balogun. But it's a miserly £35 million I'm hearing. I think we should hold out for 50, because there's strikers on the continent. I mean, even Højlund, who went to Manchester United yesterday. I mean, he's playing in Serie A, and of course Serie A is a much tougher and a better league than League One in France. He's gone for £75 million. So I think we should at least, and he's more or less the same age as Balogun. I think Balogun might be a year or two older than him. But anyway, we should hold out for at least £50 million, I'll say. Or £45 million plus add-ons, which could amount to £50. But nothing less than £45 million. I'll be happy with that because he's not really proven. Yes, he's done it in the French league, but let's wait and see if he can do it in the Italian league, like Oyland has done for Atalanta before Manchester United by signing him. So that's just two things to get off our chest. I was I was also thinking about Bitello. Some of my previous streams and videos I've done over the last couple of weeks. I mentioned him a lot, and at one stage I said that it looks as though Arsenal are very close to signing him. And it looks as though, I don't know, that's gone very, very quiet. So I don't know what's happening with Bitello. Maybe he might be the player we go for to foil for Saka on the right side, but he could also play central as well. But Kudus is a big miss. He really is a big miss. But we have to move on. But let's just see who else we're linked with. We've been linked with, I cannot pronounce this guy's name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call him K Maradona, because of course he plays for Maradona's former club. He plays on the right side, but he can also play on the left hand side as well. He's a Georgian international, and I can't I cannot pronounce that name, so I don't want to make a gaff. But anyway, we're linked with him. You can see him up on the screen here now. We've been linked with him for about the last 4 or 5 days, and it's going to take a bit of at least, because Napoli are notoriously hard to deal with. Their chairman is a tough nut to crack, and so he will cost at least, I'm not going to attempt his name again, he's going to cost at least £100 million, at least. Napoli just won the league, and he was one of the instrumental players, along with Osterman, to have come out of, they've had several good players, several key players this season, but him and Osterman have stood out among the others. And it looks as though he wants to stay, and so on. But when an offer like this, a club like Arsenal, a bigger club than Napoli, we're in the Champions League, but so too Napoli is Italian champions. It could be that we could prize them away, but I can't see Arsenal spending another £100 million after spending just over that for Declan Rice. We spent £65 million on Kai Havertz, and then Timber was a lot cheaper at about £38 million. David Raya is possibly could cost £28 million. We just spoke about that a few minutes ago. So I'll be very, very happy. I can't see us getting K Maradona. I can't see us getting him. But I could definitely see us getting David Raya, and we need one more player. We've missed out on Kudus, so we need another player. It could be that we go for David Raya and Bitello. And those two, I don't know if would that make me happy? I still think we need one more. The goalkeeper, the right side, and a striker. And Bitello could play on the right side. He can also play central as a number 10 or as an attacking midfield player. David Raya to foil with to compete with Ramsdale in goal, and we still need a striker because we make a lot of chances, but we don't always take them. And I don't think Kai Havertz is a striker. He's not a striker. He played well against Barcelona in America, but he's not a striker. I think he's more of a number 10. You could play him as a left 8, Odegaard as a right 8, Kai Havertz as a left 8, with Partey sitting or Declan Rice sitting. Or you can play two sitters in Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, and you can rotate between Odegaard, Havertz, and Fabio Vieira. And I still think there's a player in Fabio Vieira, by the way. But I think maybe this season, Arteta might choose to play him maybe in the Cups and see how he progresses there. And Raya, Havertz, and Odegaard. And we don't forget we've got ESO as well, so we've got a lot of options attacking midfield. And if we get this Bitello guy from Brazil, he can also play as an attacking midfielder, but the good thing about him, he can also play wide as well. So that will cover that wide side. On the right side, deputising for Bukayo Saka, but we still need a striker. So the goalkeeper, the right side, a midfield winger, and a striker. And I think we're sorted because we've got the defence. And even though I think our defence could be tighter, but I think during the course of the season, Mikel Arteta will work on that. And the coaches at Arsenal, they'll work on the defence and get us to mould a much tighter unit in front of either Ramsdale or David Raya in goal. So I think things are looking okay. I'm still not fully happy because we need tweaking here and there, but for the time being, I'll take that, and we'll take it bit by bit, game by game, and I'll come on here every so often. We're going to be on. I won't say we're going to be on every single day, but most days. So whenever, and if there's a game, we'll try and preview it, and of course give you the reviews of the game. rate the players and so on, and come up with our lineups we think is best suited for said game and so on. And just in general, what I think Arsenal's best lineup is. I promised you this some weeks ago, and I still haven't got round to it. I was fiddling around with some apps the other day. So when I actually complete that, then I'll come on here and post it up and for all you to see. You can leave your comments, and if you disagree, you can say so. If you agree, you can say so, and you can even come with your lineups as well. So about interaction between us and the fans, because this channel is for you, the fans, as well. So once again, thank you so much. So it's a bit of a short one. I kind of like, waffle my way in, through that, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, you will see us sometime tomorrow, without a shadow of a doubt. And tomorrow we're going to be reviewing the Arsenal game, the Charity Shield game. Arsenal won, Manchester City won, and then Arsenal won 4-1 on penalties. So tomorrow at some time, you're going to see us talking about that game, reviewing it, with of course the latest transfer news as well. And also, I don't know if we're going to do our lineups tomorrow. Look out for that. But if it's not tomorrow, then it'll be Tuesday. Actually, tomorrow is Tuesday because it's now Monday morning. So you know what I mean. If it's not late on today, Monday, then it'll be Tuesday. Okay, thanks, folks. As I said, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around there. Hit the like button to help with the algorithm around YouTube, and leave your comments and share videos if you can. You take care of yourselves. Don't forget to click the bell, because the bell gives you that notification when we're going live and when we just uploaded a video and so on. So don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell, subscribe to the channel, like the videos. You take care now. Adios.